Hello and welcome to another video. In this video we'll be having a look at the anime series Trapped in a Dating Sim, the world of Otome Games is tough for mobs. This video will of course contain spoilers for the first season of the show. Trapped in a Dating Sim, the world of Otome Games is tough for mobs is an unexpectedly popular isekai series from the current Kura. The protagonist is forced by his sister to complete routes in an Otome game she is playing, so that she doesn't have to go through difficult or monotonous parts of the game, and, for an unknown reason, wakes up after being reincarnated in a fantasy world matching the game as the character Leon Bartfoot, a character who does not appear in the game. The game's main character is supposed to be a girl called Olivia, who the male characters at the academy are supposed to become romantically involved with. When he arrives at the academy, Leon finds that Marie has taken her place at the academy. As a character who wasn't at the academy in the original game, Leon has to use his insight about the world he was in order to raise his rank and standing so that he would be able to attend the academy in the first place. Similarly, it is implied that Marie was also reincarnated into that world and that she has been able to replace Olivia by using knowledge that she has brought from playing the game in her own world. In scenes from Marie's perspective throughout the series, Marie also comments on aspects of the game such as the character's weaknesses as the series progresses, and there are scenes where she tries to find the same items that the protagonist normally collected over the course of the game. To go beyond all doubt as to whether she is a reincarnate, Luxion, Leon's AI assistant, actually references her as being a reincarnate and using her knowledge when talking to Leon near the end of the final episode of the season. So who is Marie, and why does she appear to be the only reincarnate other than Leon in this world? It's entirely possible that there are other reincarnates in this world, and that the series only focuses on these two who happen to gain success in the new world. But if there were others, it would make sense that more things in the world would be different as a result of these mob characters, as opposed to the storyline of the actual game that the world is based on. Even if other people were reincarnated as mob characters, we expect that at least some of them would end up in high-end positions, and that some of them would tell others that they had been reincarnated. If this were to happen, the characters in the series would likely have heard about some people claiming to have been reincarnated. Because of this, it is likely that the only two people that have reincarnated into this world are Leon and Marie. Because of this, Marie and Leon being the only ones reincarnated must have some significance. Marie is probably actually Leon's sister from before he reincarnated, the one who made Leon play the game. So what is the reason for believing that Marie is actually Leon's sister? Marie in the series knows things about the plot of the game and the world that it is set in. Because before the reincarnation, Leon's sister was playing the game, it would make sense that she would have this knowledge about the game. If it was just some random person, they would be unlikely to know about the game, especially in depth. So Marie would likely be a younger person and someone who had played the game. If two people were to reincarnate together, it would make sense that they had some sort of connection, rather than them just being two random people. If Marie is Leon's brother, they would definitely have a connection to each other. At the time of the reincarnation, they weren't just two people who were related to each other, they were constantly in contact with each other, as Leon's sister was making him complete the game for her, and the relationship at the time became very strained, and they were not getting on well with each other. Another huge piece of evidence that Marie might actually be Leon's sister is that Marie came from a very similar scenario to what Leon's sister would have come from while they reincarnated. As expressed by Marie in episode 4 of the series, Marie also had a brother, and she also had him play the monotonous parts of the game for her. Even if she wasn't Leon's sister, it could still be possible that she had a brother in her past life, although a sister having a brother would limit a lot of people from being able to be Marie. This is because the average number of children in Japan per mother is less than 2, meaning that a random girl in Japan having a brother would be less than a 50% chance. What's more is that it would be incredibly unlikely that a random girl with a brother would have forced him to play the game in the same way that Leon's sister did. This lends great credence to the fact that Marie is actually Leon's sister from before he reincarnated. None of this actually guarantees that Marie is Leon's sister, but definitely supports the idea, and it makes sense from a writing perspective. Because of this, it can reasonably be claimed that Marie is actually, in fact, Leon's sister. If you like this video, consider liking the video, commenting down below your thoughts on any ideas for future videos, and subscribing and clicking the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. If you want to watch more anime related videos like this, check out some of the other videos on the channel.